When he was pursuing you, you felt like you had control and could choose whether or not you wanted him around. At that time, you chose to reject him. You came back together and over time, things changed. He gradually started acting differently and as a result, you're much more interested in him now than you were in the beginning. In other words, he learned how to act if he wants to get rejected by you, and he learned how to act if he wants you to chase him. If I were in his position, I would continue acting in the way that has you chasing. I mean, think about it. He tried it one way, it probably felt terrible to him and ultimately got him rejected. So based on that experience, he would probably make a conscious, willful effort not to get back into that position with you again. With that said, here's a few things to consider. First, guys don't chase things that they don't think they have to chase. That is, if they know that they have you, there's no need to chase. To build on that, if they feel that you are acting in a way that is intended to make them chase, they'll remember it. Everyone resents being deliberately manipulated. On the other hand, a woman who has a total wall up will not get guys to chase her. There needs to be hope and signs that they have a shot with the girl and that being with her would be incredible, even though it won't be easy. So what's my clear and simple advice on having a guy chase you, or having a guy chase you again? Don't make him the center of your attention. It's fine to be interested, but when you cross the line between interest and obsession, you run the risk of sending out that needy vibe. And people are inherently repelled by neediness, especially unjustified neediness. Keep busy. If you are busy with the rest of your life, you have less of a chance obsessing over him. Keep your mind under control. It's not easy, but guys know when you'll bend over backwards at the drop of a hat. The more that you obsess over him, the more likely you'll repel him. Now I know there are going to be people reading this and saying things like, why all the games, or if he's a real man he'd blah blah blah, or if he's the right guy, you don't need to worry about neediness, etc. etc. To a point, I agree with them. This whole game thing doesn't apply after two people get by their own crap. But that's the trick. You can't always expect that the other person is going to be in exactly the place mentally that you want them to be in. You do, however, have tremendous power over how you think and act. The problem with neediness isn't actually a problem with how you interact with other people. It's a problem with how you interact with yourself. It just manifests itself in a way that repels people and therefore becomes a relationship problem. If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to leave a like. It helps out a lot. The other question to answer is, why is he doing this? I can't say specifically why he is leaving you hanging, but I can tell you that it's likely because something else more pressing came up. It was likely nothing personal against you, they just had a lot going on and they put off responding until they had a free moment, and that free moment never came. But again, there's no way that you or I could know for sure. The best thing that we can do when we're in this kind of situation is not take it personally. It is possible that if you don't chase him he won't come back, but it's much more likely that if you do chase him he won't come back either. I mean, think of how you thought of him when he was chasing you hard at the beginning. He felt like an option and not an opportunity you needed to grab right away. That's not to say you should be cold or anything, but it definitely wouldn't hurt to relax, get some distance from the situation and give him some space to come to you. You might also find this quiz helpful. Take the "Is he losing interest?" quiz to figure out what's going on in his head, and if there's actually an issue, the quiz will tell you what to do about it. I hope this video gave you clarity on how to deal with things if you feel like he stopped chasing you and you want him to show he cares about you. If you're getting the sense that he's losing interest, or pulling away, then you should consider checking out the link in the description to find out more about how to keep him interested. Also, did you know that there is one pivotal moment in a relationship that basically determines your fate as a couple? At some point the guy will ask himself, is this the woman I want to settle down with? Do you know what inspires a man to commit, as opposed to seeing a woman as just a fling? It involves triggering his deepest desires. It is possible to ignite a spark by triggering his deepest desires. These desires are subconscious and when triggered create impulses that they cannot explain to themselves. Because the moment you flip this secret trigger in a man's heart, a trigger so secret that 99% of women and men don't even know it exists, he'll feel a surge of desire for you that goes far beyond physical attraction, and makes him see you in a whole new light. Click the link in the description to learn more about this. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe as I will be uploading more of these in the coming days.